Hi, I'm Sarah Moore, a member of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Phoenix, UUCP. This video segment is about the principles that are the foundation of Unitarian Universalism and the sources from which we draw wisdom. We are a different kind of faith, a chosen faith for most of us who grew up with a different tradition or no tradition. The symbol of Unitarian Universalism is the flaming chalice. We opened with a virtual chalice lighting and now offer some opening words, in this case from the Reverend Aaron White. We have affirmed that freedom, tolerance, justice, reason, love, and compassion are the guiding virtues in the religious life, that what we say we believe is less important than how we live. We honor that every single human being is worthy of love and justice, including you, and that religion is not about what happens when you die, but how we choose to live together well on this earth. Unitarianism and Universalism began as variations of Christianity and now differ in some important ways. One fundamental difference is that we do not ascribe to a creed, a set of beliefs that we expect everyone to accept. Instead, we have a covenant of principles about how we intend to be with one another and with the world. These are the 7 principles we agreed to affirm and promote as strong values and moral guides. The inherent worth and dignity of every person, justice, equity, and compassion in human relations, acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth in our congregations, a free and responsible search for truth and meaning, the right of conscience, and the use of the democratic process within our congregations and in society at large, the goal of world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all, and finally, respect for the interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part. Note that there are no assertions about God's salvation or an afterlife. We understand that people can have different ideas about such things and still build community together. We live out these principles within a living tradition of wisdom and spirituality, drawn from sources as diverse as science, poetry, scripture, and personal experience. These are the 6 sources our congregations affirm and promote. Direct experience of that transcending mystery and wonder affirmed in all cultures, which moves us to a renewal of the spirit and an openness to the forces which create and uphold life. Words and deeds of prophetic people which challenge us to confront powers and structures of evil with justice, compassion, and the transforming power of love. Wisdom from the world's religions which inspires us in our ethical and spiritual life. Jewish and Christian teachings which call us to respond to God's love by loving our neighbors as ourselves. Humanist teachings which counsel us to heed the guidance of reason and the results of science, and warn us against idolatries of the mind and spirit. Finally, spiritual teachings of earth-centered traditions which celebrate the sacred circle of life and instruct us to live in harmony with the rhythms of nature. I hope this description of these 7 principles and 6 sources helps to explain how we UUs choose to approach the world. There's an undercurrent of humility in all of this, but also determination. We don't claim to have the answers. We are committed to working on the questions both individually and in community. I hope you'll explore the other videos here that describe our congregation. It is a special community. I mentioned at the beginning that our congregation has a covenant with which we begin every service, and I will close with that. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is our sacrament, and service is our prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to share our strength in fellowship. Thus do we covenant.